Welcome to the AFoOL podcast. This is episode 14. Tonight, we're going to talk about Earl's new favorite set, Bricklink, and why the book I'm reading on anti-gravity is so hard to put down.
I don't get it.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the AFoOL podcast. We've done so many of these, I can't even keep count. So this is on BrickTrains channel. He's down there somewhere. That's Joey. And this way, I got it right. That's Bricktsar. And he's in a new shirt.
Yeah, stands for, wait a minute, Bricktsar.
Nice. That's a good shirt.
Let's hope that this is not on his channel, so he doesn't have to shelf that one.
Yeah, that's correct.
See, now I know who bought that one mystery shirt the other day.
And you know, the color is heather red.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Wow.
I didn't buy it because it was heather, but I bought it because it was red. But it was, I was like,
Heather
that's
red.
coincidental.
That is very coincidental. I had no idea that you could get it in my color of my wife's name.
Well, he's going to run out of T-shirts, so he has to start buying a few new ones.
Just in case.
I hear my phone. Hang on a second. I hear
We
my
got
phone.
like 330 more days.
So 331 more days. Do you got enough shirts? Is it good? Are you going to make
Oh,
it?
no. I have no idea. I just know there's a big stack of them, and I don't feel like I've put a dent in it.
Wow.
Are you putting them on a shelf in the basement?
I'm putting them in a Walmart box. You know I don't know if you ever got the boxes. They're about this size. You could probably fit like 4 medium-sized Lego sets in them. I've gotten those when I've placed orders from Walmart. They're perfect for putting a month's worth of shirts. So I need to get 12 boxes. I'm gonna have to buy some more from Walmart so I can get some of those boxes. When I get done, I want to have 12 boxes.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting haul.
Yeah.
I didn't want these Lego sets, but I needed a box.
I bought it for the empty box.
For the box. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, some of your shirts are going to be pretty rare now. I guess by the time this comes out, I guess Kevin's kind of out of the Lego designing business or Lego cartoon business, whatever. So it's kind of a sad time there.
Got several shirts. I mean, this one's designed by Kevin.
It is. That is a Kevin Hinkle design. I'm very proud of that. He's always told me, he said he really liked the way that turned out. So,
and this is a completely non-infringing design.
No, that's completely.
I mean, it's all original.
Yep.
And when he did that and sent it to me, because he had like 6 or 7 designs that he would. As soon as I saw that, I thought, you know what, I can make that out of Lego, and I can. I don't have a sign. Earl's got a sign on his table.
Yeah. You see that every time.
Yep.
But you see that you can get away with that because that's not a stud, or that's just circles.
It's
circles
just a circle on the Yep. So, Earl, we picked your set tonight out of your era. So.
Yeah, this is in my. Never was in dark ages, but I was in a time where I wasn't buying a lot of sets. I was really just looking at getting. I guess I went from I was just getting trains probably when this came out. Not that I had bought a lot of trains, but that's the only thing I was really. Then I was going to get the UCS sets, and then I realized how many there were going to be, and I think I missed one. So then it was back to the trains, and then all of a sudden I discovered YouTube, and we know what that does. And that is exactly what happened with this set. So I'm watching your video about the studios, following along, and you come across a set that doesn't exist, but yet you have all the parts. And when you say that's from that torso, it's like, well, I've always wanted that fig. Now I know what set it comes from. So go looking for it. And I pulled the Jaabo. Found the cheapest one on Bricklink. I reached out to the guy. He said it was in good condition, so I just took a chance. And it was in excellent condition.
Oh,
Excellent condition.
So shall we reveal the set, or did we? We didn't.
they
Did we?
haven't
No, we
revealed it
didn't.
yet. No.
No.
There it is.
Yep. Yep. And I don't understand why the cars aren't. I mean, for that time frame, that's the kind of cars they built, right? But those tires protrude out like they're on a hot rod.
You feel like you built it wrong, I imagine.
Yeah.
So mine's been on a shelf for quite a while. Let's see if we can stop this and see when I do this. I have two screens and I always forget where my mouse is. Stop. There it is. Is it gonna focus? My stickers, they're falling apart like so stupid.
All right. So there's a guy that had one on eBay that without the figures and without it was just the box instructions.
Right.
And the cars, and those stickers were terrible like that. And I imagine, I'm wondering if that's common with these stickers.
So do you have all those Spider-Man sets, Jaabo?
No. And thanks to y'all, I have made a couple of purchases now.
Oh.
I saw that in the notes. It said, so
yeah. Well, of course, I don't have the box. I didn't go that far.
Okay. So the figure that you just showed, that Joey showed, which was also the same one you said that was in the unreleased set.
It was the one in the wrestling set. Yeah.
What do they call that wrestling outfit? What do they call it? It had some weird name.
Baklava.
Baklava. What is? Right? I don't remember those words being uttered.
Yeah, well, I think that's the sock hat that he's wearing.
Okay,
it's like a baklava or something.
Okay,
yeah, that's what they call it in the.
I thought baklava was some kind of
pastry.
Yeah, chocolate flaky pastry.
I do have an extra set of stickers. I don't know how good they are. They've been in this plastic bag. Yeah. So
yeah, the only thing that was wrong with the set I got was that sticker over assembly that's over the top, that big sticker. It is so off center. It's kind of like it's the one is, I mean, it's like all the way over to one side. And I'm waiting for one of your videos to teach me how to use the blow dryer. I can get it off, but it's the reapplying it that I'm worried about.
I'd be afraid on these stickers. I don't know that
do they have more of a paper feel to them?
They're plastic feeling.
Plastic, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at other pictures of them, and I'll be getting one that has some very bad stickers. But I when I look at because that's that same time period as the buildable Lego figure, minifigure.
Well, and it's also the same time as the Swap Booth Camel, and
those have bad stickers too.
Yes, yeah, they. In fact, that's exactly what it looks like. These stickers here look exactly like my Swap Booth.
But even if you don't do anything, they break.
Yeah.
It's like air blows on them, and they're.
Yeah, they have that. They crack.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Long enough, they crack.
So the stickers from the 70s. They may lose their tackiness, but some of them are still pretty good.
How do you reapply them when you do that? When you move them around like
Sometimes I'll get a little glue stick.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of glue.
Yeah. So we're talking about 4850, Spider-Man's first chase. It was part of the Spider-Man theme. This was the first Spider-Man theme, right?
I think so. I think it was from was it the first? Yeah, it was from the first movie.
Well,
Then they came out with some more sets from the second movie.
Right. So this was 2003, where the studios was 2002, 2001, 2002. So yeah, this would have been right after that. So yeah, it had to be the first Spider-Man.
Yeah, I really want that big set, but that thing is pretty outrageous. The one with the gondola, the bridge with the gondola.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to own that one. I got a picture of it. I took a picture of it, but in the box.
I get the feeling that if Jaabo doesn't own it, he had owned it at one point.
Yeah.
I don't. And this is the strange thing about this one. I don't remember this one, so I don't.
Really?
I don't think I bought it, but now I did.
I wonder how popular it was. This was the downfall of Lego there for a while. So
it's odd that these were definitely the Spider-Man and Batman Wave 1 were definitely clearance items. They weren't, but a lot of superhero stuff even today goes on clearance, but I just didn't see the demand for it. I don't recall the demand for these, and they were easy to get on sale later.
See, that's when I wasn't really even looking for Lego. I mean, I was just using the catalogs and getting my mom to buy me trains for Christmas. So if you want to talk about the stats, why is that fig was only in that set technically, because the other set it wasn't released.
Right.
And the figure cost almost as much as buying the whole set. That's why I ended up buying the set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
I imagine you paid less than what the average sale price is for it new. The figure.
Yeah. I think I paid. I can't remember if it was. I think it was like right around 50 with shipping.
Okay. Yeah. So the figure itself can go for new condition can go for around 70.
Yeah, and it's pretty. It's like new. I mean, it's kind of one of those. It's brand new, but it's been cracked out of the box, so technically it's not new type. But it's in good shape.
What do they call it? New in there was a name for that. There's mint and sealed box, and I thought there was new open. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
somebody told me that you can't sell new pieces on Bricklink because you have to take them out of the box. I was like,
I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that argument before. I don't.
And I said, that's your opinion, and you can choose not to buy from anybody. That's how all of the new pieces on Bricklink are.
They're unused, uncirculated.
Yes.
Well, let's hope Lego doesn't take that stance.
I don't think.
Yeah, there's Brickow.
There's Brickow.
I don't think they would. Because that's one of those, they knew what they were getting into when they got into the.
Yeah. They're still a giant corporation, though. That doesn't mean they won't change their mind. But I agree that would be terrible for them to eliminate the new option for open bricks.
How much does that sticker sheet go for on that set, by the way?
The sticker sheet, did I not have it listed in the current?
No, you got so it was originally $20. It's sealed for $140. I didn't see one of those. And you got set parts instructions for $50. What is that INS you got there? Less than $1.
Instructions.
Oh, instructions are less than $1.
I don't get it. Why are the instructions so cheap? I mean,
that doesn't make any sense, and unless people are only getting this for the minifigure, they don't care. A lot of times, a set that has high dollar minifigures will also have a expensive sticker sheet and a sticker and instruction manual as well.
Right.
But yeah, you can get it for less than $1.
So the sticker sheet, if you want to buy a new sticker sheet, it's $350 from one guy. Let's see.
That's not bad.
No. But if you want to get one from Germany, it's $35. Two people have them for sale. So $3 or $35.
There's really not much to the stickers either. It's just two police stickers, one on the hood of the police car, and that one that goes over the gate, I think. Oh, and the street signs.
The street signs.
That's probably the best stickers on the sheet.
It is, yeah. And I have bought, for that green street sign, I use those for my modular streets, and so the names of my modular streets are all based off of Spider-Man streets because of these yellow signs. There's well, this is 40th Street and in one way, but then there's the other set has two more street signs in it. I think one of the sets they actually printed, they weren't stickers. So yeah, I have a very
the newer set with the Hobgoblin, I think, has a street sign in it too.
Does it? Okay, I might have a new name then for street. I got new road plates, so I'll use
yeah. So while we're still on Bricklink, I have a question for you guys. So I've probably got 5 or 6 wanted lists, but I only want to get emails about certain items. So do you have to get emails for everything in all your wanted list, or can you, like, how do you select? Where's that option at?
Yeah, it's I just did. It was when you add it to your wanted list. I just did one today. I just added where I wanted an email notification, and now I don't remember what it was.
See, I think I must have email notifications like as a default, because everything on my wanted list, so every day I get.
Oh no, you don't want to be, because you
no,
you don't. Yeah, you need to turn that option off, and that is probably at the bottom. Let me look here.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta.
How do you turn off all of them?
So it should be this notification column here, right? And this is the one wanted list that I have, and I've unchecked them.
Yeah, you don't want to be notified. That's right.
Right.
Yeah. So go through what you might have, depending on how many pages you have, or you can put 100 on a page, and then if you got multiple wanted lists, just go through and turn it where the bell's marked through.
Yeah.
Don't ring the bell, because you don't want to be notified every time somebody one by one plate.
I got you. So
I have it set where by default it doesn't notify me, and that's what I couldn't figure out, how you change the default setting.
Yeah, I'd have to dig a little deeper to see the default. I think mine must be set up to not notify me, because I only have a few things that actually do notify me. And
that's probably what I'm gonna probably have to go to the default, take everything off, and then go back in and add the stuff that I wanted to notify me for.
Yeah, somebody mentioned this to me a few years ago. They were complaining about the wanted list. I was like, you don't have to be notified of everything,
right?
And now that it's been so long, I don't remember how I set it up. Maybe it's under settings, under your account settings. Let's see if there's one for wanted lists. My wanted list. Yeah, if you go to your my Bricklink, my wanted list settings, that's where you can set it. And it's the very top one. My notification options. Email me wanted notifications for all items on my wanted list. You want to check that off.
Oh yeah, I see. Yep.
And that's how you can
under the my settings.
Yeah, you got my store, and next to it is my Bricklink.
Right. My Bricklink, and then I got my Bricklink purchases and account.
Yeah, so under account it's settings.
Settings. Settings.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the first one is my action settings.
No, yeah, but keep going. Then there's one that says my wanted list settings. As I'm demonstrating on the screen.
Do that again.
Okay, hang on.
I've got catalog, chat, contact. Oh, it's the last one.
The last one, yeah, right here.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's at the top, and that'll turn them off for everything.
Okay. Save. Now I can go back and just click the stuff I want to get notified about.
Yep.
Well, thank you. See, this podcast is informative.
To ourselves. So talking about our wanted list, I did the red fenders on the vintage car, and they came in. I had the set. Somebody, when I posted that video, and I can't remember their name now, but they posted on there, you should have got them through Bricks and Pieces for 57 cents. And I seen that post, and I instantly went, oh no. So I went to Bricks and Pieces thinking, okay, what have I done other than make a fool out of myself? Well, there are two different red fenders in there, and the other one was out of stock. So the person, when they went through, they had seen the red fender, and they looked identical, other than one's just taller than the other. And my heart sank when I seen that, and then I was like, oh nope, I'm still good.
Just know that if you think of a rare part that you say, oh, I can get that on Bricks and Pieces, it's either it either never was available or it's sold out pretty quick.
Immediately. Yeah, there's there's a guy on Instagram. His I think his handle is my Chili's or Chili something. And when the Orange Spaceman came out, he got 100 of them. And
Wasn't that where
everybody,
Zoom got all his?
No, they got theirs from Lug Bolt.
oh, maybe
really?
he got it from Lug Bolt. I don't know, but
I didn't know.
That's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. And you can't get it now.
It's not my phone this time.
No, that was my iPad and my phone got a little alert at the same time.
So the part out value new for 6 months for the 4850 is $152, which
Now that's crazy. What's so expensive in there other than the fig?
I think it's because of the colors in new. This is the old
gray and the dark
gray,
yeah.
The figs, I mean
probably that gate. That gate's probably pretty unique in that color.
Could be, yeah.
Maybe not. I mean, it might have
I
been
actually had put it in my Brickstock, and it was basically the figures and then the sticker, and I think everything else wasn't that expensive. Like, I'm not talking like $10 parts. You're not looking at anything like that, like you would with some sets.
Right. Well, and then the part out value, if you do used, was significantly lower.
Yeah.
In like $20-$30 range. So is that what you did? Is you're just gonna part it together? You said you bought one though from somebody.
I bought. So what I did is I bought the lowest complete one,
right,
on Bricklink, and it didn't have a box. And then I went to eBay, and since the cheapest box on Bricklink was $18, I went and bought that $20 box and instructions with the beat up cars on eBay. So it's going to be. I'm going to end up having like $90 in this thing.
Wow.
So we're just there. We go again, driving up the price.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one. So this is going to be interesting because it's relatively inexpensive. I mean, it's not I mean, it's expensive, but there's not a lot of availability.
No. It's like I don't know how many people we're going to have watch that will actually go buy one, but I'm glad we filmed these in advance.
Yeah.
They gave me time to think about it because.
Well, I can't wait for about 6 or 8 months from now. The tipper trucks are going to be through the roof because you're got the market cornered.
Yeah, somebody's already. He sent me a link to his eBay. I think he wanted me to buy them, but he has it listed on eBay as Start Your Tipper Truck Army.
I see that. I seen that. Was it got 6 of them on there?
It's just partial. It's not even all the parts. It's just the tippers and the wheels and stuff.
Well, I mean, you're drying up Bricklink with all of the. You've got to be the whatever you call that part, the dump truck part of it.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing it like what was that movie with Mel Gibson where he had to get his sons to go? His son got captured. Patriot.
Yeah,
you start out with the big guys first. The whoever's the highest ranking. So I'm going wiping out the ones that have the most. Wiping that out, working my way down.
Get the bulk out first.
Yeah. There's some that won't ship to me. Some that got like large quantities, but they won't ship to me.
How many sets was that tipper in that color?
The blue was in more. The yellow one was only in one. And if you count the 2 versions of the tipper truck, that's 2. I think it's in. I'll tell you right now. 818 is the part number. It's in 5 sets.
Still, I mean, from that
it's in the brickyard and the gravel quarry, so that's basically the same set. Both of the tipper trucks, that's the same set. And then there's the double tipper truck set. So yeah, so it's a little more abundant than the
so
yellow.
that headlight is the rarest part on it. The headlight brick.
There's nothing rare.
Yeah. Okay.
It's probably the windshield is just as rare as the headlight. I mean, those were in a lot of sets. So
I was gonna say
well, they're fixing to be rare.
I would think the windshield would be rarer from a standpoint of good quality.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get tore up. But you're right. They were in a lot of different.
But if I get all the tippers, you can't make a tipper truck if you don't have the tipper.
So to be fair, I went ahead and I bought one 435 and one, what is it, 612? No, 490.
The 612 is also a Samsonite version of the tipper truck.
Is there? Oh, well, now I'm going to have to find that one.
Yeah.
I've been looking for I want a sealed version of that, of the 612 version.
Do you have a sealed version of the other one?
Yes. And somebody sent me a link because I want to get another sealed version to eventually open. And there was one for $40 on eBay, but I didn't buy it. I don't know why I didn't buy it.
Yeah, I got the 612 I got is not the Samsonite. So now that you've told me that there's a Samsonite version, thanks.
That's
now
what
I have
I heard.
a Spider-Man to go find.
Well, there you go. He's costing you money, just like
Yeah.
he's costing you money.
It's all right. I got $2 from that T-shirt. So oh, so was there any other stats that we had to talk about? Were we done with Spider-Man?
Yeah, I think we're done with Spider-Man.
You know, the poor criminal, he's only worth $5. And he was only in that set.
Shoot, $5 is good.
He probably is. He's probably
It's crazy because that's when you get that set, it's 191 pieces and you build it so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like
there it is. I mean, it's a gate. It's a gate and two cars.
Two cars. And it's those it's a 2000 set, but it's those 90 style cars where there's nothing to them.
Is that Columbo's car?
Well, now I definitely want it.
What was that? A Studebaker he drove her in?
It was like a French car.
Oh, okay.
I forget what the name of it was. It was French. He was always saying it was French. It might not have been. I lost y'all. Where'd y'all go?
We're still here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
I
still
lost my screen. I got so many windows open here.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I'm scared to mess around like that with y'all. That's why I look on my iPad, because I don't want to lose you.
So I think me and Heather are going to open the Bricklink store this Friday, which will be a week ago when you're watching this. Right? Yeah.
And tippers.
I do not. No, I had to scrounge around to find the two before they all disappeared. I need a tipper truck because Jaabo's going to buy them all.
He's cornering the market. He's by himself raising the value.
I probably told this story before, but I built a mock, like a castle. It was Jericho walls, and there was a set, and I believe it was I think it was a Lord of the Rings set, but it was just a little castle wall, like this fence, but it had the masonry bricks in it. But it had a couple figures in it that everybody wanted. So people were going in, buying this set for like $10 at Walmart, Target, or whatever, stripping the minifigs out, selling them for like $20 because they were going for $10 a piece. But then they had the boxes, and for whatever reason, it became this thing where you could just buy that for like $5 on eBay.
Minus the pigs.
Minus the pigs, yeah. Well, I just kept buying them because I wanted those profile bricks, and that was a pretty easy way to get like 30 of them or something in there, and plus all the other light gray bricks. But by the time I was done, I don't know, I bought 20 or 30 of them. By the time I was done, they had doubled in price. They got to like $10 just for the box with the pigs. And I was like, man, I think I might be doing this to myself. It's the same thing with the red Dacta tubs. Usually
as people buy things and they're not made anymore, the price eventually goes up. I had this thing where the Admiral Akbar, I had like 50 of them at one time, and then the last couple of months, every order was getting an Admiral Akbar. I'm like, what is that? Why is it? He's not in Mandalorian. Why are people buying Admiral Akbar? And I realized I had the lowest price. It finally got into, when I priced them, it was one of the higher prices. And now it was the lowest price on Bricklink. And so people started buying them.
So that concerns me when I open the store. I guess when I noticed the same thing you did is I start selling a whole bunch of parts. That always has kind of worried me. How do you make sure you keep your part prices current?
Well, the main thing is when you list them,
right?
You want them to be where you make a return on them. So if they go up in value after, okay,
I still made my money back.
Yeah, you made your money. But if it's like
but I want to be greedy.
Huh?
Mhm.
You're greedy. Well, that's what you do.
That's the old. Do you want your short-term ROI now, or do you want a better ROI long-term?
Right.
It's better to get. I think it's better to get it back now than to be sitting on it.
That's why I found that selling by the piece pays off in the long run.
Yeah.
Versus waiting for the value of the set to go up.
Right.
Yep.
So do you use software?
I have that software, but I have not used it. I actually paid the $20 and never got a key code from them. So it times out all the time when I go to use it. But
thank you for telling me that. I won't pay him the $20 then.
I've
been having the thing pop up for 10 years. I don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't buy the key code.
Yeah, you pay it and you don't get the code. Then what's the point?
Yeah, and I don't know if it was just a logistics problem or what. I mean, it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. I should have tracked it down further and got it worked out. I probably still could because it's just a key code. So.
Yeah, but if you use that, it's easy to consolidate whatever you've parted out. If you already got those parts in your store, you can consolidate them together, and you can choose the new price. So if the price has changed, even if it's gone down, you can go. Because maybe you don't want to have something that's overpriced and it won't sell.
So when me and Heather have been doing that, we've been just doing it from the Bricklink webpage.
Yeah, that's all I ever use is the Bricklink webpage.
The only problem is, and it has happened to us once, is if it times out. And I don't know what happened once, and honestly I don't know that it timed out as much as our internet flopped, and I went ahead, and as soon as I hit the button and the internet didn't work, then it lost it, right? So
I did that a couple of times, and then I was like, I'm not going to do this. This is a small set, maybe.
Right. It cost us a little bit of time, but it wasn't a terrible amount.
How many pieces are you going to have when you open?
I don't know. Let me look. Inventory.
You're probably going to open with more than I have.
I don't know. Let's see. My total right now is 44,000 items and 2,000 lots.
Whoa.
44,000.
Good for just starting.
That is really good. See where mine's at.
Saving these back for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have some vintage parts that are brand new.
Oh, you're catching me.
Yeah, you better have bubble mailers and whatever you need ready to go, because you'll have so many things. People will get notifications when you open your store.
Really? Oh, because I have the parts.
And you'll have so many parts. Like when I upload a set, they get notifications just for those parts. But when you're doing your entire inventory, so you're going to have thousands and thousands of people getting emails.
See,
you can have 20 orders in a couple of days.
Oh my gosh!
Look, I've only got 40. I've almost got 48,000. So
wow,
it's pretty big.
You guys are making me scared more than anything. This is supposed to be a little retirement project. Heather's
it is. Look, you're probably gonna. There's a chance that you're gonna have a busy couple of weeks because, like he said, with all the notifications.
But then it'll come down.
Our size store, you'll get down to like me. I usually have. It's crazy because sometimes I'll have 3 orders in one day, and then sometimes I'll have 3 orders in the whole week.
Right, and see that to me is fine. Because that was where I. Again, when I was thinking this is a retirement thing, that I didn't. The units that you see behind me is about where I wanted to be. I don't really have any more room to expand, so I felt comfortable that was going to be, what I could handle or deal with. But Heather's serious. She's ready to go. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, you say, and you haven't done the process of picking an order yet.
We have not.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, picking an order is good until you get one that's like 300 parts and 280 lot.
I'm afraid of that. Yeah. See, my biggest fear too is, well, that there. Yeah, that's just time, right? That's my time. So,
So Jaabo, do you ever feel bad about like somebody will buy something and I know it happens to you with older parts, but it's like, man, I can't believe they're buying all these. What are they buying all these for? Do you think you got good, unique parts and somebody scoops them up? It's like you want to sell them, but then you don't want to.
Oh, you want to keep the variety?
Yeah.
I don't really worry about it. I'd rather them just wipe out the drawer. It doesn't matter to me if the variety, because usually I'm waiting to fill. I got stuff that I've already parted out that I don't have anywhere to put it. So it doesn't bother me if I mean I've had people tell me they're leaving one piece or two pieces.
Yeah, that drives me crazy. If I've only got 4 and they buy 2, no big deal. But if I've got 40 and they buy 37, it's like, if you just needed 2, I get it. But I know you didn't need 37. Why didn't you just buy the 40?
Odd number. Sometimes that is done by wanted lists,
right?
And I don't know if y'all have used parts in your store.
No.
Okay.
I have a few, and I have some that I want to put in because they're like from some of the space. I had bought several Life on Mars sets that were new, but they're going to be called used parts, but they're the odd prints and stuff. So.
Yeah. So I don't have very many like common used parts,
right?
But I did have some bulk lots I had bought years ago that had a lot of things. So some of those parts are still in my store, and you'll get this weird thing that'll happen where, and it's obviously people buying from their wanted list. They'll buy 4 1x1 plates used in black, say, and they'll buy 4 new ones in black. And I got like 100 used ones. I'm like, why did you buy 4 new and 4 used? I mean, it is their wanted list is just scooping them.
What's crazy to me is when you're shopping your wanted list and it pulls up like that, and the new part is cheaper than the used part.
Sometimes people aren't. Sometimes it will, and sometimes it's like way more.
Yeah.
Parts, if not many people have them.
So that phenomenon you're talking about, where you get the 4 new and the 4 used, that's because they selected any for the condition.
Right. That's what I do too. I just try to pay attention when I'm making the order to uncheck the.
I saw a Clutch on his podcast because he thinks sometimes he's thinking the same thing I'm thinking, is that he thought about just like he's just selling mostly new, just take some of his new and put it in another container at the same price as used. So when people do this, they'll get double.
I bet it happens way more than people think.
I mean, for me to notice it in a store my size, and then you can imagine the big stores. This probably happens.
I tell you what, I don't know how the big store the part out deal, when they part out that monstrous number of sets. I mean, I think the most I've done was 8. I think 8 or 10, not counting poly bags. I'm talking about an actual set. The other day I did 3 advent calendars. You know how annoying advent calendars are to do?
So I was looking at sets that I could part out that are regular retail price. And there's sets that, maybe like the Sesame Street set. But then when you see that it's got 599 different lots, no.
That's like when you did the Millennium Falcon. I'm just like, man, That has got to be insane.
That was just one. So I would rather do 20 one set than 2 of this and 3 of that and 4 of that, and just so, the same set. It's easy.
When you do those sets and they're like you part out a set, let's say you part out 6 of something, and you go to fill your drawers up, and then you run out of drawers. Do you just leave it in the containers that you parted out in? But is it in your store for sale?
It's in my stock room.
So how do you deviate your stock room from your what's actual for sale? It's
not in a drawer. So what'll happen is,
but it's still listed, so I could buy it.
It's not for sale. No, it's not for sale. So when I use the Brickstock software, it puts it in that thing, and there's this option you put there. It's stock room. You click that stock room. So anything that doesn't have a remark will go to stock room. So if it's in my store, it has a remark like the drawer number or whatever. So if it's not in my store, it doesn't know where to put it, so it puts it in the stock room.
Yeah, I got you.
And so it's visible to me, but not to anybody looking at my store. So when a drawer empties, I'll just, like, usually I come home from work and my wife's picked some orders and I got like 20 or 30 empty drawers, and I just go through the stockroom stuff and dump it into the empty drawers.
So you do it on Brickstock, and then you upload from Brickstock to Bricklink, and then so nothing has a remark when you upload it to Bricklink, and then you go through, and as you add remarks, it pulls it out of your stockroom and adds it to your store.
If it's in my store already, like it'll have a remark, and I'll go. So if I already got the part in my store, I'll take those
and add it.
And yeah, I add them to that, but anything that's not in my store already, it's a new lot, it's going to automatically go to stockroom. And so when I'm putting away stuff, I'll have it. I usually put everything in those little cups. I'll have them by color, and I just start from black and work my way, because it goes alphabetically by color.
Right.
And so usually black's first, and I just put all the parts away, and what's left stays in that little stack, and then I'll have them grouped by colors, by stack of what's not in what's in stockroom and not visible to the.
So have you ever passed on something because you've already parted it out and you don't feel like parting it out again?
So the sets that were at Walmart, that were the classic sets that had like 1,500 pieces in them.
Yeah.
We parted out about 25 of those. That was one of the world's easiest sets to part out.
We did 10 of them about a month ago. Yep.
But I did not feel like doing more of them. And they had them pretty cheap again. And I was like, I thought about going by like 20 of them, but I didn't.
So
some good parts in there too.
Yeah, I think I got that last classic one that has the light brick in it. I think I got 12 or 13 of those waiting to part out. And that's kind of why it's like, that's a lot of sets.
Well,
basic bricks like that, do they sell as well?
Yeah, basic bricks do.
Okay.
And plates, bricks and plates and tiles.
Yeah. If you're buying stuff on clearance, you pretty much can buy anything. But if you're buying new stuff, you want to look for stuff with the good figs that'll,
Right. Yeah. I kind of figured that. Yeah. If you're going to buy the more expensive, you're going to need the quicker return out of the figs or whatever.
Yeah. I really think that's how you can grow it. If you really wanted to grow it fast, you could find the right superhero sets, Star Wars sets, and you could even if they only part out at 2 times or 1.5 times, you could get most of that is in the figs.
Yeah.
Right.
I may be getting my facts wrong, but I think that's what what's the guy that has the big store?
B?
Not Big B. One that has the largest store in the U.S.
Is that A to Z?
No. It's
what is it?
This is terrible. It's been so long since I've heard from him. He used to be in Tennessee, and he moved to like Wisconsin. Somebody's yelling at me now because I don't know it. I gotta look at the market.
If you,
it'll be on the. How do you see who's the biggest store? Stores in the USA. Let's see here. No, that's not what I want to see. I want to see who's the biggest stores.
I think Clutch grew pretty fast.
Yeah, Clutch.
He would sell the figs on eBay and list all the parts, I think. So he would get his money back pretty quick on eBay.
Yeah, the Bricks for Chris sold his store too.
Oh,
this is embarrassing. I've just like totally gotten a mental block on this right now. Stores. Brick Vibe. Yeah, Brick Vibe. So I think he started selling figures like on Amazon. So he would get the sets, sell the minifigures, and he just had a warehouse full of parts that he didn't know what to do with. Because you could sell Amazon's ridiculous. There's a lot of fees involved with Amazon, but I've heard people made a killing selling stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, I worry about buying stuff from Amazon.
I would never ever buy a Lego minifigure on Amazon.
No.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the anniversary vote. So we all voted for trains, obviously.
Obviously.
I voted for Classic Space and I think it was the Knight's Castle because that's the castle I had that I really would like to. Can't believe I sold it. Yeah, it's one of those like you. I can't believe I sold that set. I mean, I never was really into the castle theme, but still, I can't believe I sold that set.
I did trains and I did studios.
Yeah, I figured that.
I had to. I know it's not going to happen, but I thought that'd be cool.
I
think
Classic Space,
Paradisa,
yeah.
I thought about clicking on Paradisa because we have on the layout we have a Paradisa section, a tether section, but I thought, man, that would be kind of cool to have some new Paradisa.
So what do you think? When are they going to announce in it February?
Those results are already done, and so then they got the three winners, which I think will be Bionicle, Pirates, and Classic Space. I think those were the three that got the most votes.
You think there'll be that much for Bionicle? I know that group of people is noisy. They like to make a lot of noise, but is there a lot of them?
I want to do a video, but I may have to do it as Yoda. I don't want to come across the wrong way with the Bionicle community. They got two misconceptions. Actually one. They think that they saved the Lego company. Because Bionicle was a theme that did well in the early 2000s. It was a factor in it. It was not the all-encompassing thing. There's this other little theme called Star Wars. There was the more important factor of Lego reducing the number of parts they made each year. That was what really saved the company.
Yes.
So they got that, and they wear it like a chip on their shoulder. I was looking at BFAB's video, and there's like all these comments about Lego, how they saved Lego. No, you didn't save Lego. If you saved Lego, Lego would have gone under in 2016 when Bionicle stopped existing again. We've been Bionicle for 5 years.
Right.
Lego's doing better than ever.
No.
So I don't have a problem with if it gets the most votes. But if you go, this was you could look at everybody's vote.
Right.
The Bionicle fans were smart. They only voted for Bionicle. Like you have 3 votes.
Oh.
They only voted for Bionicle. So that meant they weren't splitting to other themes.
Wow.
Oh.
So those 3 have been announced already? Or are you just from
I was just going by what the last list that Brick fan had that had Bionicle, Space, and Pirates at the top.
Yeah, I figured Classic Space would be up there. Would be one of the 3.
And this may be incorrect news by the time people watch the.
Yeah, fake news. But it's on the internet, so you got to believe it.
Did you say fake or late?
Or late news. We have the latest news.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to redo a set or make a big set or.
No, I think they're going to do a reimagined set.
Yeah, I imagine it's going to be 150. You know, you would think it would be $150 set, but the way you never can tell.
You know, it's like they'll do stuff that's like really great. Like I think the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. Oh, that wasn't them. That was ideas. Never mind. But you know, they have the potential to do things that people will really like, and I think this is a good idea. I just have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset because it isn't something that they wanted.
Well, we'll just have to wait for Just Too Good's video. If he likes it, everybody's going to like it. If he doesn't like it, then it's crap, right?
Oh man.
That's why they call them influencers. the VIP coins.
Oh my gosh. It seems like everybody's polarized over that. They hate them or they love them. You don't like
hate that you can't.
How many different ones are there?
You know how the day that we're filming this, you can still get the fire helicopter polybag and the police polybag.
Right.
Little $4 polybags or whatever.
Those promotions to me are like
okay. But if you get the coin, you can't get the polybag. So think about that. I've redeemed my points to get this stupid coin. Call me stupid, but I have to place an order in order to get it.
Right.
And when I place that order, the free promotion that they have, I can't get. And I call customer. I waited for an hour for customer service. They, oh, it's a glitch in the system. It wasn't a glitch in the system.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you should spend all your VIP points and then start a new account.
No, you can't. I have VIP accounts. Uh-oh. Charlie's got to go to the bathroom. Come on, Charlie. No, they did a thing last year, 2 years ago, and this confused a lot of people, but they were not letting people at the same address.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't have multiple VIP accounts at the same physical address.
Right, because I had a VIP account somewhere that I did not know about. I guess I shouldn't say I know. It was with
they screwed it up.
Email.
It wasn't you. They screwed it up.
But it took me a couple calls to customer service to get it straightened out. They finally gave me all my points because the account that I used all the time, they said no, and they zeroed out my VIP points, and I was not a happy camper.
Oh, they zeroed them out? That was Charlie.
Yeah, they did. They zeroed out my accounts because they were saying I had multiple accounts, and for whatever reason, they decided to pick the account that hadn't been logged into for X number of years as being my real account and said, well, there's your point value. This other account must have been fake because you logged into it yesterday, and we're taking all those points away. But they ultimately gave me my points back.
Okay,
again, just like you said, you call via the customer service. They're very nice, but I had to call. So there's no problem.
I think I did a whole series on it because I had to call them multiple times. And then they would fix it, and then it still wouldn't be. You know, the other account is still there.
Really?
They cannot delete it. They have tried. They cannot delete it. And I have to log in with my email now instead of my username. But when I log in with my email, it shows my username. But if I log in with the username, it goes to this other account that has like 33 VIP points.
I wonder if that's why you have those issues sometimes.
But where did this other account come from? Because I have had the same. That's why I think they screwed it up when they created this new system.
Yeah. Yep.
They said you got to go log in here, and then when I did, I think it created a new account, and then they said, "Oh, you can't have multiple accounts." I'm like, I didn't want multiple accounts.
Yeah, they definitely had a glitch when they imported from whatever the VIP system was into what I'm assuming is they imported it into SAP. We use SAP at work, and it is it's a monster. If
Is that where you get the Spanish channel?
We call it stop all production. You could have something in somebody else's department that has something to do with your process order, and if it's not right, it'll shut us down, and it is absolutely nightmare. They tell me it works really great when everything's right, but we see more problems than we see good out of it. But I guarantee you, and I know Lego uses SAP as their enterprise, their ECM, their enterprise software. So yeah, they screwed it up. They screwed it.
I get the things like these coins and stuff. I get them just so I can complain about it.
How many different coins are there?
Well, the little holders. Oh, that's the other thing. You can redeem for the holder, which holds 5. So I guess there's going to be 5 coins, but you can't. If you get the holder and your coin, which comes in a holder, which they didn't tell you, you can't get them in the same order. So then you got to place 2 orders.
2 orders, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So by your logic, though, if there's 5 holders or placeholders in the case, there's probably going to be 6 or 7 coins, because that's how they did the CMFs with those cases. It didn't match. There's 20 minifigs, and you could only put like whatever it was, 18 figures or something. I don't remember what it was. It was a mess.
I was today. I went to Walmart, and that brand new box of CMFs.
Yep.
So the one that I didn't get, that I overlooked, that I wanted to get, was the Space Police guy. So I'm feeling the packs, looking over my shoulder for that commenter on Jaabo's video.
He doubled down on it too. He said, "You call about me calling him out." I said, I said half of your name. Nobody even had to know who you were. Double down on it, man. So,
well, Earl, you want to do the comments? We got a bunch of them.
Okay, you got them in the show notes?
I got them in the show notes tonight because we had some from episode 12 and 13.
Yeah, I actually looked back. We got a hint on the black and yellow set, and I didn't even look. I figured you were doing the homework.
I will do the homework, and I didn't this week. I messed up. I want to go back and look through all the comments and see all of Jude's comments and see. So he gets another 2-week reprieve. I'm sure we'll get another hint in this comment.
You made them fancy. You cut and pasted them. All right, let's see. Pro Lego channel. I'd be real interested to hear your opinions on the Black Falcons in the blacksmith shop for the sake of the Black Falcons. And do you think the number of different space and castle themes in the 90th anniversary vote will hurt their odds of getting picked?
We were just kind of talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you actually brought that up in your video, how there was too many options. So you can't, if they would have just listed castle, then you would have got 1 vote. But now you split castle votes over.
And I do like the Black Falcons were my favorite.
But one thing we haven't talked about is, what about the new blacksmith shop? You like that?
I think it's going to be pretty neat looking.
What? Just one? I want to get it, and I'm piecing together the Daniels blacksmith shop that came out in the early 2000s.
I was going to say that one's pretty rare. It's
real rare.
Yeah.
BrickHeadUK.
Blockhead.
Oh yeah, sure is. Let me get my glasses on straight. BlockHeadUK. The 2 different VIP vouchers drives me nuts. I redeemed one for in-store at the end of November, and then our shops all shut down due to COVID. So now I've got to spend ages on the phone trying to order something to redeem it. The only reason for the difference I can see is that for some reason their 2 systems are not compatible. So they are doing it for their own convenience, not ours. Stock available is terrible in the UK too, and all of our Lego has to come from Belgium since there is no warehouse in the UK. So we're also suffering with massive delays in shipping due to Brexit. Delays at the Dover Calais crossing, unless you want to pay £21 for Animal Express shipping. For Airmail Express shipping.
I like Animal Express.
All very frustrating. The death of PF, which
Power
have
functions.
power functions, is greatly mourned in the GBC community.
Yeah.
PUP, power up, seems to be very much more painful for running contraptions for any length of time due to not having any main adapters, and the components all cost more for starters.
That's a really good point. I didn't think about GBC.
Yeah. So, you know, I actually went to my Lego store Sunday, and it was pretty well stocked, which was, I was very surprised because, you know, what I've seen, what I've heard, people would go into the Lego store and it looks full, but there's no variety. It's just a couple sets spread out. But they had, I mean, my store had all the big sets, all the new big sets, which, you know, maybe it's because of the area I'm in. I mean, it's in New Orleans, so I know they stay busy. But so yeah, I picked up the lantern, the spring lantern, and it was sitting there on the shelf by itself. They still had the '89 Batmobile.
Huh. I'm guessing they divert higher than a higher rate of product to the stores just so they keep the shelves looking full. Or
he said he had got a shipment in Thursday, and I was in there on Sunday. But I mean, he said that when the Ninja Gardens came out, that he didn't even sell all of them on the day one. Really? Yeah, he said that. I think he said he sold all but 2, and those 2 were still on the shelf on Sunday.
Speaking of stuff selling out, like those flowers and the bonsai trees.
Yeah, they didn't have those.
And they're still sold out online. It's like that's one that a lot of the younger generation doesn't like. But man, that stuff's must have been popular.
To me, that just goes to show you the adult collectors that are eating it all up. I mean, who stands in line for a big set on, first day out? It's not the kids, and you're not buying it for the kids.
When the police station came out, they said that there were already way more people in line before the store opened than could get the police station.
Did you see Hoosier's little video he did while he was at the store? That's the Louisville store that he went to, which, it's not a very big mall, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of hard to get to. We don't go to it very often, but they had a line way down, and I could tell he seemed to be a little unhappy about being so far back in the line. I guess they actually opened the store an hour earlier than they were supposed to.
Yeah. To get the Batmobile, I got to the store at least 2 hours before it opened.
I can remember we went day one, and this was an accident. We went day one for the Steamboat Willie, and me and Heather were, I can't even remember where we were. We were in Florida or something. I don't know. But anyway, we weren't in Florida. But we stopped at the store. We may have been at Sugar Mill, honestly, because we had gone to Atlanta coming back from Florida.
Yeah.
And
that's like, I used to have a guy, he's like, he would tell stories. He's like, you remember that guy? He was our coach, what was his name? Coach Lobel. Yeah, he wasn't there. But anyway.
They had tons of that stuff, then. I mean, it was.
So was that, whenever you stood in line for that, was that the era number that came out first?
Yeah, it was the era number. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had never got one with the correct number. I quit trying, but I ordered 2 more later, and they still had the error number on it. So I don't know if they ever made it with the.
I don't think they ever.
I don't think. Next time there's a Walmart in Denham Springs that actually has a lot of idea sets, and even after Christmas, they still have I went in there a week ago. They still have the space station, and they still have the Steamboat Willie. If I'm in there and I see it, I'm going to take a picture and send it to you so you can compare the numbers.
Right. Yep.
VIP stinks. I just want to say that.
What's that?
The VIP stinks. Her first.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, look, I made a purchase in store. When I got home, my points were already added to my account. Wow. So if they can add them to your account that fast, why can't you share the way you spend them?
Well, you used to be able to just go to the go to the counter, show them your card.
Yeah.
They said, yeah, you got that many points, and boom, you were done, right? And I could still go into the store with my old stinky card.
Me too. They scanned my. That's what they did. They scanned my card to get my point.
Yeah. So
it's got to be because they want you to use the points on the other stuff.
They do. They want you to waste them online.
Yeah.
Buying coins and artwork.
And Stranger Thing folders.
And making you have to buy something.
Yeah, that is. Every once in a while they put something good on there. Okay, NordicBrick. I almost never order from people where I have to wait for an invoice. Well, I guess he doesn't going to order from me. Only time I shop from people that has it like that. Only time I shop from people that has it like that, or if they have something I really need that are rare or extremely cheap from that seller. Otherwise, I choose someone with instant checkout. Like, we went through this last time. I'm still not instant checkout, and I don't plan on being instant checkout. It don't bother me to invoice. I mean, what gets me is you invoice somebody. I invoice everybody as soon as I see the email, I'll click the link and go invoice them. And I'll invoice them, and it still takes some people 3 or 4 days to pay.
Yeah, I had a guy that bought from me. He's bought from me probably like 15 times, and he was always slow to pay. But ever since instant checkout, that problem was eliminated.
Yeah. I had a guy bought from me yesterday. His feedback was like 60-something thousand.
Is it is he in California?
Let me see. No, I don't know. I don't want to.
You might have got it might have been one of the resellers that does the. I get them all the time from the people that make like Brickmania or.
I could tell when. Usually, I'll have resellers. They have to be resellers. They'll buy up all of my poly bags.
Yeah.
He had. Where is he at? Let's see how many he had. No, it was 21,000. I'm sorry. I said he is 21,000, and he is from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
That's a different one.
But yeah, every part he bought except for one, he cleaned out the drawer. So he has to be using it for mocks or something, I would think. Okay, SinKiller says, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, Mardi Gras man. Never expected you to read the entire long comment. P.S. Thank you for keeping these coots on track." That intro was a disaster.
That was a disaster.
This intro may be a disaster too.
I scripted it this time.
Cosmin Cosmin. I wonder if he's any relation to Cosmo Kramer. Great and entertaining stuff as usual. Keep it up, sirs. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Keil Jones, red skies at night at Jaabo's house.
Sailor's delight.
Good weather in the morning. I don't know what it was about, but
so here is Jaabo's clues from Dude Jude 20.
Here we go.
Good one, guys. Jaabo, you should store your old completed sets. You should store your old completed sets in them to save on room. Joey, my first set is between 73 and 78, black and yellow, small, no figs. Keep up the good work.
That makes it easier.
Yeah.
We only got 6 years of sets to look through, and they don't make.
We'll figure it out, dude. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Cosmin Cosmin again. He's a regular. Thank you very much.
Mm.
Do you think £1,000 for a sealed bat pod item is too much to pay? I just sold my pirate sets and made around 2,000 plus, and wanted to invest some back in Lego. And the only things that I really want are the tumbler and the bat pod, both sealed, to open and build. But paying £1,000 for a box and instructions seems too much, as the parts are easy to pull together. I definitely agree with that statement. That is too much to pay, especially if you're going to open it and build it.
Yes.
I wouldn't spend that much as an investment, but if you wanted it, that's different. But yeah, it's way too much.
I mean, to me, even if you wanted it, you're going to build it and think about, I sold 10 or 12 great sets, and now I got one.
If I was going to pay $1,000 for that set, I would keep it sealed and buy the parts like I already did,
and build the one out of the parts, right? Yeah, there was only, what was it, that Bionicle part that was only
It's in a Hero Factory set, I think, but it wasn't rare. It wasn't really rare. It's just everybody was buying it for this.
Yeah,
build the bat pod.
I remember when Chris shared that. I went around everywhere looking for that set. Nobody had them. I think they were already discontinued.
Nobody likes Bionicle.
Oh,
wait a minute! It was Hero Factory.
Hero Factory, yeah.
Hero Factory.
Same thing. Oh,
yeah.
Nobody likes Hero Factory though.
Yeah.
I'm going to be getting you a lot of hate.
Yeah.
That's all right. If you don't like it, tell your enemies.
Yeah. So I do have a Bricklink question since I'm getting ready to open the store. Hey, by the way, I clicked on the VIP section on the Lego website. I don't know when we were talking about that 20 minutes ago. It still hasn't pulled up. It's just sitting there with a little yellow circle spinning. Good job, Lego.
That means you're in the wrong account.
Is that? Oh no, there goes all my VIP points again. So how did you? I don't want to give away. I don't want you to give away any secret sauce or whatever. But I set up my shipping, and I think my shipping is just set up for retail USPS. Is there a better way or a better option? I mean, I don't want to cheat people because I'm just going to charge whatever it is to charge. But if there's a cheaper option for shipping, because it seems like it's going to be expensive if I go that route for shipping.
Are you doing invoice like Earl is doing?
I have it set up for instant, so if the part weights are in there, it'll automatically do it. But
did you take into account the shipping materials? It does it by weight.
Right. Yeah. And I have bubble mailers, so under the certain weight
and volume, you will be shocked at what that shipping calculator thinks will fit in a bubble mailer.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had many orders that were impossible to fit in a bubble mailer or not ship safely in a bubble mailer.
Okay.
But
shipping,
that's something to think about. But sometimes the box is actually, if it's somebody, you're central to the United States, so the shipping's not going to be as bad for you because, if I ship to somebody in California, it's going to be a lot more.
Yeah, that's California and New York is the most expensive for me.
But sometimes if it's under 2 pounds, the box is about the same as the bubble mailer.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 3 methods: USPS first class package retail, USPS priority mail, and then request an invoice.
I think I have the flat rate box is part of there's a medium flat rate and a large flat rate box option that I have. And the way I do it is like they could choose the large flat rate and they could order like 15 pounds of Lego. And I'm like, and it could be too, I've almost had orders that were too big for the large flat rate. And it's like, if it costs more for me to ship it, at that point, I don't worry about it. I would rather make errors. Well, you could, like, if you overcharge, you're going to have a time it might overcharge somebody for something.
Probably, yeah.
You can always refund them. This is one thing you might need to watch for, is that somebody will order a really small order. It's like 2 or 3 ounces.
Yeah.
And out of habit, everybody just does first class mail because it's cheaper, and they don't want priority mail. I've had that happen where I didn't catch it, and we sent it first class mail, and he caught it as soon as he got the shipping notice. And before he even got the item, he's like, I paid for priority mail. And fortunately, I had sent it to him, and I still had it.
Right.
Because I just printed the label, and so I was able to cancel it and put it in.
It probably would have got there just as fast.
I don't understand it. I also don't understand the people that place the order and they want to rush on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you should have asked me that before you placed the order.
Yeah.
Because I would have told you no.
Here's my order. Please rush. Hurry, hurry. I want it.
Oh, I had somebody yesterday. He messaged me and said that he said, "When do you know when this is going to ship? I noticed it's still not listed." I said, "I shipped it yesterday. I just forgot to go check the box that it was shipped."
I've had that several times. I've had it, shipped it, left feedback, I've had it, opened it, left feedback, and they still have it in packed or something. You know, it's like,
yeah,
come on.
I like to clear my list out. And I had one guy, he never marked it as shipped. And I'd already left him feedback. And I'm like, dude, can you just mark? I don't care if you leave me feedback, just mark it as shipped.
Right.
And then he gave me feedback. And I'm like, I gotta wait like however many months it takes before it drops off. I mean, I'm glad he left me feedback, but I just wanted him to mark it as shipped so it would disappear. I could file it away.
Yep. That'll probably drive me nuts. Things like that left open, because I do my inbox for my email. I do what they call a zero inbox. So if anything I have to answer, this is for work. Anything I have to answer or I have to do some sort of action to stays in my inbox, front and center. Everything else that I've read or done or whatever, if it's not important, it just gets deleted. But if it's something I may need in the future, but I don't need to work on it anymore, I put it in a special folder. And that's how I figure my Bricklink store is going to get that way, where I'm going to not have control over some of that because I'm waiting on the other person, and that will drive me crazy. Little things like that drive me crazy.
you can't let it bother you.
Oh, and here's the other thing you got.
Grumpy.
This is the thing you got to consider. If somebody places an order and they don't pay, and then other people come behind them and place orders and they pay, and you have crossover with the same parts.
Oh,
it can be confusing, because you'll pick an order and you're like, oh, I still got like 5 of these parts left over, and it's from the guy who didn't pay yet. So it can be tempting to go ahead and pick an unpaid order.
Yep.
But then what happens if they don't ever pay? Then you got to put all those parts back.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that doesn't happen very often, but I'm like, I see your point. I would almost be tempted to pick the order just to keep the inventory straight. To me, that would be more important to have the inventory straight than versus having to go back and put an order up. Unless it was some astronomically large amount of parts, then that kicks in that old and grumpy part of me. So.
And my wife, she'll pick orders from top to bottom. I'm like, pick them from the bottom to the top, because at the top, the way we have it sorted, that's the most recent order.
Oh,
and the order at the bottom is the oldest, and it's usually better to start from the oldest.
Yeah.
Work your way up.
Good tips. These are good things to know.
Well, the most orders I've ever had to pull at one time was 4.
Oh.
Well, Joey's gonna get, but you're like, because of those notifications, he's probably gonna get blown up.
Yeah, and don't wait for the emails. Check the day you open your store. I would check it every few hours if you're available to do that, because if you get overwhelmed, potentially, maybe you won't, but if you do, you always got that option to close it.
Right.
Just to catch up.
That's why I was going to do it on Friday, because we're both going to be home on Friday, and this is my long break weekend, so I'm home the whole weekend. So I thought, well,
do it Thursday night. That way you can wake up Friday with a bunch of orders.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. We also have the grandkid over the weekend, and I did not know that, so that'll be fun.
Perfect training opportunity.
Yeah, there's nothing better than an almost 4-year-old who loves to already go over and open the doors. And it's like, no. Here's a whole tub of Lego. Go play in this tub. Leave the drawers alone. Yeah, but I want that one red one. No, you don't. No, you don't. So,
how far away did they live from you?
20 minutes. They don't live very far.
So when he gets to be like 13, he can commute, and you got a paid worker right there.
Right. Well, and, you know, both his parents, you know, work, and my wife, grandma, is the built-in babysitter, and they have said they want him to go to school here in Mount Vernon, which is where they grew up.
That's perfect. Gets out of school.
Right out of school. Go fix
part-time job.
Child labor laws.
So we really appreciate everybody watching this this week. Let us know if you're going to go buy that set 4850, the Spider-Man set. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I know what I need to say. The views of the Bionicle community are not representative of what BrickTrains thinks. That's all Jaabo's thinking. But go ahead and subscribe to BrickTrains BT, also Bricktsar, and also Mardi Gras. Wait, that's over there. Mardi Gras Man 23. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with another AFoOL podcast. And remember, you subscribe if you like it. Tell your friends. If you don't, tell your enemies. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys.